welcome or welcome back, depending on where you are in the grand scheme of things, to I Love God And. I Love God And is a vlog purpose for transparency and encouragement in my Christian journey. I Love God And is my reflection and my confession of the things that I struggle with daily. It is my understanding that yes, I am a servant, and yes, I am a sinner. So I'm Des, and thank you so much for your support. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notifications so you are first in the know as to when I post a confessional. And I just have to apologize in advance because I don't have what I feel to be the normal energy that I try to bring, because today my confession is I love God and I'm discouraged, and so much to the point that right now in this moment I don't feel like I'm here on my own free will. The past couple of days, one of my girlfriends from Arkansas is in town where she is attending a class for makeup artists, and I have been her muse the past couple of days. And yesterday we came in and I had my makeup done, obviously, and she's like, Desiree, you need to make sure that you take advantage of, getting your makeup done and do a YouTube video for your channel. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. And so I come home and I start to set up the camera, the lights, the wallpaper, and I sit down and I just could not compel myself to do it. And so when she came in later, she's like, oh, did you get started on the video? Did you complete it? And I said, well, I felt like the conditions were strained. Things have to flow, and I don't feel that I adequately prepared. And I was lying. I just don't want to do it. I just don't. And it's just a combination of a multitude of things. One, I don't feel like super well. Like I'm happy. That's the weird thing. I feel like I'm happy. I feel like I have joy, but I don't feel well. And I believe that's just a combination of poor diet right now, overexerting my body physically. I've been working out like a crazy person, and just on the run, not really getting good rest at night. And that magnified by just life, like the negativity on the news, the heartbreak of seeing, kids, turned over in a school bus, and looking around me at all of the work that I feel like I've placed into humbling Des, particularly finances, looking at my credit card balances go up and my bank account balances go down, and really just feeling like I'm not having the impact that I intended. And so I'm just like, why am I doing this? And the crazy thing is, I know the reason why I'm doing it. I know the reason why I'm doing it. It's just still hard. And I guess that's the part of me being a sinner, but it takes a lot of energy sometimes to do this because I'm super, super passionate about it. And so anything that I do. And so I really do try to put my best foot forward and give 110% to everything I do. I'm not going to cry on this camera. 1 second. So as I was saying, I know the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. I know my why. This was God's handpicked assignment for my life. And because I am so strongly convicted in that belief, I will continue to do what it is that I believe God has instructed for me to do. So I am just meditating, and I will continue to meditate over 2 Chronicles 15:7. As for you, be strong and do not give up, for you will be rewarded for your work. And I'm just trying to remain cognizant that it takes time for things to manifest, and that my reward sure ain't today. It likely ain't tomorrow. It probably isn't even in this next year, possibly in this realm on earth. And I have to be open to that. But I will be rewarded, and I'm just trying to remain cognizant that my goal is just to reach one, just one, so that God receives the glory, because it's not about me. It is truly all about Him. I am just being transparent that it is sometimes hard to continue forward with mandates that you have been given, just for whatever reason. I just know that this is my season to sow, and I know that anything worth truly having requires hard work and effort. And I'm just trying to remain cognizant that everything is working together for my good. And my prayer today is that I cast my cares on the Lord, because I know that He truly cares for me. And I just ask to take on His burden, because His yoke is so light. And I just want to encourage you too, if you are going through anything, look for those positive affirmations to keep you going. And that's exactly what God just did to me, because He's so faithful. As I was setting up to film, I was on the phone with my friend Trend, and we were just talking about how we'll be linking up in Dallas this weekend for a bachelorette celebration. And she happened to spark up conversation regarding my last YouTube, just like, I love it, I always watch. And so I was forthcoming with her about the difficulties I've been experiencing, and how even as I was speaking to her setting up, my heart was just so heavy because I didn't want to do this. And she just encouraged me in saying, Desiree, I'm in charge of 20 employees every day. She said, sometimes I use the words that you say to inspire and invigorate them, because if you don't know, the things that you say, it's real life. It's what we're all going through, and it's very relatable. And you just need to take pride in knowing the reason why you started, and take pride in starting, because in many things in life, starting is the hardest thing to do. And she just encouraged me to stay steadfast and just to keep persevering. And in my mind, I'm like, maintain, just maintain. And I know this, but hopefully this encourages someone else. If there's something that you know that God has purpose for you and assigned to your life, that you're having difficulties with following through, you are not alone. You are not alone. And it don't matter how big it is or how small it is. Someone who's like a little sister to me called me, yesterday, and was just saying, I'm having difficulties with this, and I'm thinking about making some unwise decisions to try to get me to the end state that I desire, because I don't want to fall away again. And we all go through it, and let's just all encourage each other. I solicit your prayers. It's not easy. So please pray for me. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And go to humbleanddes.com and check out some stuff there crazy that I wrote a post today about fruitfulness. And I know that this is exactly that, but yet those words, maybe I need to go read it again. And just thank you for your support. I do thank you. Whether it's one of you or 1 million of you, my goal is just to reach one and for God to get the glory for that. And I just hope that that is the impact that I'm having. And just thank you again. And just remember that God loves us. And just stay true to you. Don't change unless it hurts.